Can you hear me now? I guess I should turn on my microphone so that you can hear me, right? Let's make sure. I think you should be able to hear me now. I'm tired this morning. Let's see. I'm tired this morning. Okay, you have sound now. Awesome. Okay. So Joan, I was saying it's early for you being all the way in Washington. So I wondered if you're an early morning Saturday riser. It's 6 a.m. right for you, and it's 10 a.m. here. So early, but maybe you get up at 6. Oh, I need my festive necklace on. Okay. All right, friends, today is day 5 of Christmas in July, or day 6. It's day 6 of Christmas in July. My brain might not be working yet. Hi, Jackie. Good morning. Welcome. And this has been so incredibly fun. I hope that you guys have enjoyed it as much as I have enjoyed it. I have never, in my 13 years, gone live 6 days in a row. Had some struggles because, you know, this is how you learn, right? So anyway, it has been so fun. I have loved meeting new online friends and having new followers join. And then I love those of you who are my consistent followers and video watchers. Oh, Joan is going to her son's car show in a bit. That sounds like fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. So we have day 6 today. Let me just recap what this week has been, and then we're going to jump into making our final 2 projects. This has been a 6-day series where I collaborated with 5 of my super talented and awesome Stampin' Up! Friends. And we have been making the same projects every day. So what I make, they make. We each designed 2 projects and shared them with each other, put our tutorials together, all together. We shared the workload, which is the fun part. And then I get to bring 6 different styles of cards and projects to you, which is the awesome part. Do you see all these projects up here? These are what I've made this week for you. This is what I've made. That is super fun to see them all up here together, and we have 2 more to go today. These demonstrators, my friends that I've been doing this with, are some of my favorite people that I have met through this journey of Stampin' Up! And I have to say that it really is the people that has cemented my business as a demonstrator to stay and want to keep doing this. I've never wanted to leave in the 13 years, so don't get me wrong. I love what I do, and I love how I've grown in the last 13 years and being able to do things that I never thought I would be able to do. So it's been great. And some of these women that I've been doing this with this week are ones that have walked right alongside me, at least for the last 10 years, because the first 3 years I just was kind of playing and getting a discount on my product. And that's okay too. So today I'm going to be making projects that are designed by my friend Michelle Litwiller. And one thing that I can tell you about Michelle is she has the hugest heart and she would do anything for you. She also can design projects faster than anyone I've ever met. So I've been to her studio in Michigan, and we have worked on things together at her studio when I visited, or she's been down here. And I don't know how her brain works so fast. I must overthink things. She doesn't overthink things. And she makes the cutest, most duplicatable cards. They're always adorable. And so I'm excited to share her projects today. And like Hattie yesterday, the 3 of us are like the 3 amigos. We have a collaboration that we call OBC, which stands for, the O is for Owl Star Stampers, which is Michelle's team. The B is for the Beehive, which is Hattie's team. And the C is for the Craftastics, which is my team. So it's the OBC collaboration, and we do events together for our team. And tonight we have a little mini retreat for our team. And we've been putting together some plans for quarterly events with our team that we get to share with them tonight. And so we're excited to share that with them tonight. But I know you guys are here to see some crafting. So let's go ahead and flip the camera down, adjust the height. Just like every other day, I've got all my supplies all lined up in that cute little basket. Debbie, you can thank me through me, and I will pass that on. I will pass that on to them. We have a constant text as we've been going through this process. So I will pass on that you have really enjoyed all of these projects that we all shared together. So today we have 2 cards. We've gotten through all of this week. Lots of projects. Let's pull out some paper that we're going to need to get ready to make this adorable card. We are going to be using the Jar of Joy and the jar punch. So let's start cutting all of our paper. I have cats that have the morning zoomies right now. They are flying around the house. And their daddy is not here. He's out riding his bike. So they are like, Mommy's busy. Let's terrorize the house. Okay, so we need a piece of pecan pie cardstock that's 8.5 by 5.5. And we're going to score that at 4 1/4 for a standard card base. Set that aside. We need a piece of early espresso that's 4 by 5 1/4. So we've got that. We need a crumb cake arch from the Everyday Arches. Got that already cut. We need a piece of basic white that is 4 by 5 1/4. Guess you really can't see what I'm cutting, huh? And then we need a scrap for some stamped images, which I have. And then we need 2 pieces of the Country Woods DSP. So we need 5. I'm just going to cut this. Let's see, 2, 3 3/4. No, I'm going to cut this to 4. Mainly because I have to cut 2 things. So I'm going to cut 1/2 inch here off the end. That's going to be for the inside of our card. And then I need a 5 by 3 3/4. So we'll just take that little sliver off. Okay. I think that's everything that we need to cut. I think so. So we're going to do some stamping first. I say let's get all of our stamping done first and then assemble. That is how I like to do it. Okay. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to get that Jar of Joy out and pull out all the stamps that we need. We need the jar. We need the lid. Let's see. And we need this. These stamps have gotten a lot of use this week. We need the lid. We need the gingerbread. And the gingerbread detail. And then the sentiment for the front, sending you the sweetest Christmas. Okay, I think that's everything that we need for this card. Looks like it. Okay, put that back in the basket. And let's get to stamping. All right, so we are going to stamp our sentiment. I want to get this out of the way first because we're going to do some heat embossing. Debbie, you don't have to be quiet. It's fine. I love the arches too. So we're going to do some heat embossing with basic white. So we need Versamark ink. And we also need our embossing buddy, our white Wow bright white embossing powder. So I'm going to just go ahead and rub the embossing buddy on my cardstock. Get my sentiment here. And we are going to stamp this sentiment. Oops, let's use the front of it on the top center of our card. I think I need to re-ink my Versamark. Oh, my lid is broken, huh? That's no good. That is an old Versamark. I have had that Versamark for a bazillion years. Yeah, I think I need to re-ink it. For sure. All right. I think this will work. So let's go ahead and heat set that. There we go. Isn't heat embossing like the coolest magic ever? I love it. Love it. It's what hooked me on card making in the 90s. In the 90s when I was just a little girl. Just kidding. I was married, in college, you name it. All right, so let me see here. Okay, we are going to grab out our early espresso ink and we're going to do some stamping here for our jar. So we've got our jar that we're going to stamp. We're also going to stamp our lid there. And then we're going to stamp, oh, let's see. She says, oh, look, she's doing something a little bit different. She's doing, so I didn't even catch that. This is going to be fun. All right, we're going to stamp the solid gingerbread inside our jar. Oops, inside our jar. Bring this back down a little bit so you can see. Ooh, jiggle, jiggle. We're going to stamp the solid in pecan pie. And she says to stamp an extra one. So I'm going to stamp one over here. And then we're going to stamp the detail in early espresso. And just like before, I'm going to line up the bow tie and his buttons. And that gets your detail in the perfect spot. Perfect, perfect. All right. We're going to use some real red Stampin' Blends. And we're going to color in our lid. And then we're going to color in some detail on this extra gingerbread man over here because we are going to cut him out. Okay, there's that. And he gets a red bow tie. Okay. put this up. I think I will still need the brown. So we're going to go ahead and punch these out. Joan, there were not dies in the 90, you're correct, but you know what they did have? They had Stampin' wheels. Do you remember the wheels? You would like ink it up on the ink pad and then roll it across your paper. And I'll have to let me grab something just to show you because it's Christmas related. I'm going to walk over here to I have a little metal pegboard and I have something special hanging up on it. So I always get to see it in my craft room. This is the very first Stampin' Up! Card and envelope. This is the very first Stampin' Up! Card I made at a workshop in the 90s. So this was like Build-A-Bear or something like that. So we took and we actually just used markers to trace and color his bow. And we colored in, oh, Button Bear, that's what it was called, Button Bear. And we colored in his button. But this was the very first Stampin' Up! Card I ever made in the 90s, and I've held on to it all of these years. And so who knew when I did that I would become a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator many, many years later. So yeah, that's the very first Stampin' Up! Card I ever made, and I still have it. I still have it. Can you believe I didn't send it off to anyone? It's kind of like, I don't know. It's a special little memoir, and I can't believe that I have kept it all these years. Through moves and, well, I was divorced from my first husband by then. But had plenty of moves in that time for sure. As I was trying to figure out my life. Okay, so now we're going to take our snips and we are going to fancy cut out our little gingerbread man. Fancy cut. So when you fancy cut, you want to mostly move your paper more so than your scissors. You will do the cutting motion with your scissors, the up and down, but you want to kind of keep them almost in the same spot. I'm not doing very good this morning. I haven't had enough of my coffee or my tea. Tea is what I drink. All right. Oh, can't see very well this morning. Okay, there is our little gingerbread man. And we do need to stamp our sentiment and gingerbread in here. So before I put all this stamping stuff up, let's get this done. I'm going to stamp our sentiment. Right there. And then we need our gingerbread again. We're going to stamp that down in the corner. Not quite all the way down on the bottom. How did she do this? Right about there. And then take that early espresso. Wow, Lisa, your first card was the Boho Beach Kit. You're such a baby stamper. You're so new. That was just last year. Oops, right? Awesome. I love when people get to experience stamping for the first time. It's one of my favorite things. One of my favorite things. All right, remember this little 1/2-inch strip? We're going to add it here on our card layer. This is for the inside of the card. Oops. Trim off. Got it a little off. And let's go ahead and put that on the inside of our card. We'll finish that little piece off first. You are a newbie. So fun. And it was so fun to get to meet you in person. All right. It's always fun to get to meet people in person. So there's the inside of our card. Here's our card front. All right, so we need to add our little jar to the front of our card. Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. I caught my cord. Ooh, hope you're not seasick from that. All right, we're going to go ahead and add some dimensionals to our jar. And then I need to also attach the lid. So I'm just going to put a dimensional that's going to span both. Like so. So I can attach them together like that. Where is my little dimensional trash can? This is going to go right here on the front of the card, and this guy that we cut out is going to be popped up on dimensionals, so you have a little bit more elevated detail on the card. How cute. We need a little bow. To put on our jar lid. So we're going to tie a little bow. Lisa, hopefully we'll get to see each other again one day. Joan, your first set was a Little Love 8 wood blocks. Awesome. My first set that I bought was this stamp set that had like 8 squares that had different seasons of images that had a sentiment and an image on the stamp at the same time. So, and then we would color it with the chalks. We had a chalk palette, and I had bought the chalk palette a million years ago. Where are my glue dots? Oh, they're down in my little tote, all packed where they're supposed to be. But you would color the images using Q-tips and the chalks. Just going to stick that right there for my little bow. All right. Now we are going to layer these 2 pieces of paper together, our cardstock and our designer series paper. I love the Country Woods, and I love that Stampin' Up! Gave it to us through 2 catalogs, because it is so just a staple. And last night I was showing y'all this hack, and I didn't change my blade out yet, so obviously I need to. I have a blade that's not cutting the best right now on my trimmer, so I just take a nail file and just go over the edges, and it gets any of those little hairs off. And then this piece is going to be added to our card with dimensionals, I think. Oh, let's see. Nope, it's going to be flat because we're going to add the other thing with dimensionals. All right, so we're going to add this, and then we're going to add our little arch with some dimensionals. Almost done with all these edges. And then we have to do some gems, some sparkle, some bling. Okay, so now what we're going to take is we are going to take some of our gems and we are going to color them with dark cherry cobbler. I'm going to go over this one that I had left over from last night. I need another small one. We need 2 small ones and a big one. So this is a fun way to change the color of your gems. It works great on our basics rhinestones. You can make them any color with your Stampin' Blends, which is so cool. Let that dry for just a second. Let me make sure. Are we supposed to do anything on the inside? No, the inside is done. Okay. So I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool. Pick these up so I don't touch them too much. I want it to dry. Oh, they're already dry. That's great. Put one here. All right. So there is Michelle's card number 1 featuring the Jar of Joy. Look how cute that is. I love it. Love it. All right, let me clean up just a bit so I can get set for card number 2. Isn't it cute? It is so cute. All right. Let's see. Card number 2. Got our card stock here. All right, I'm going to clean up my stamps so I can get my new stamps in place because we're going to use the Holly Jolly for this one. So cute, right? And so duplicatable. If you're into cookies or if you make cookies at Christmas time, this piece here would be the cutest little this would be the cutest little tag. It would be the cutest tag. Okay. Let's put these up. You can do that, Debbie. You can. I have faith in you. All right. Almost ready. Okay. So now we're going to use the Jolly Holly bundle. Set that aside for now. Remember this beautiful bundle, the Jolly Holly. Here's the dies and that hybrid embossing folder. We're going to use all of those. So let me grab some stamps out. We're going to use we're going to do a little stamp trick. Yay. I love stamp tricks. Okay, I think this is all we need. Let's see. Holly. We're going to need to cut out some die cuts. I don't think I have those cut out already. Okay. All right, I think I have all my stamps out. Don't need those. Okay. All right, we need to do some cutting. Let's cut out our card base and our DSP, and we have a couple things to die cut out this morning. So we're going to start out with an 11 by 4 1/4. Let's see if I can get you guys a better shot of that. 11 by 4 1/4 card base. And we're going to score it at 5 1/2. This is Old Olive. And then we're also going to score it at 8 1/4. If you like gift card holders, you're going to like this card because we're going to make a gift card holder as part of this. Let's see, we need a piece of cherry cobbler at 5 1/8 by 3 5/8. So 3 5/8 by 5 1/8. Okay. We also need a little scrap to die cut something out, so I'll keep that out here. We need basic white at 5 by 3 3/4. Now, all 12 tutorials are still available for purchase. You can purchase those at the link in the video description. And you can even still order the Craft Along packet if you want to order that and then go back through and make all of our projects along with me. Let's see, we need, what's the length of this? Oh, that's perfect. 5 1/4 by 4. Exactly what I needed. We need this Need for Tweed DSP at 5 1/4 by 4. Yeah. And then we need this fun green. Let's see. We need 2 pieces that are 4 by 2 1/2. Okay. Let's see. What else do we need? Have the basic white. I think that's all that we need. Oh, I need 1 die cut rectangle because I didn't have that ahead of time. So using the rectangles from this, let's see. Which one is it? Is it the big one or the little one? Oh, I need 2 of them. 2. Oh, the larger. So let me get another piece of scrap white cardstock. I have a ton of scraps laying around, but none are white. Oh wait, did I have? Nope. Hold on just a second. Let me get out of my scrap bin over here where I have tons of white. Tons of white scraps. Hi, Maple. Maple came in to say hi. So we're going to cut these. And we're also going to cut this joy. Ooh, sorry, it's noisy. But before we cut the joy, I'm going to get out my trusty adhesive sheets because this joy is a little detailed die. And I don't know that Michelle did this, but I like to, when I'm using detailed dies, use the adhesive sheet so it's easy to just stick it on my project like a sticker. Okay, so I just cut out enough for my die, and I'm going to stick it on the back of my cardstock. I'm going to get it off. Oh, there's the seam. There's the seam. So I'm just going to add it here. And I know I'm just going to put that over in the right-hand corner there. So we're going to cut that out. And we're going to cut a couple of these rectangle dies. I'm going to put this rectangle die at an angle so that it doesn't make such a large, when you have rectangles or straight lines, if you put them at an angle, they go through your die cut machine a little smoother. If you do the line straight where the roller is, it like goes clunk, clunk. So if you do it at an angle, it doesn't do the clunk, clunk. Okay, so there is the first one. Now we have our joy. And see, we're going to be able to take off that sticker backing. And one thing I love about the joy, well, hello, Maple, is that the dot for the J is connected, so you don't lose it. No one wants to lose their joy. No one wants to lose their joy. Hi, Maple. Hi, Maple. And we need one more rectangle before we put this cut and emboss out of the way. Are you inspecting my work, Maple? All right. You can't be on my papers. I think that's everything we need. We've got some little scraps for some stamping. She's the sweetest little girl. She is little too. All right. We're just going to let her sit there. She's trying to increase her social media following, so she's going to sit here and be cute. Hi, Connie. Nice to see you this morning. Okay, so we have our card base. And what you're going to do is fold one piece back. That part that we scored, we're going to fold that back. And we are going to attach this, though, secure it to the front there. Okay, so let's go ahead and take our adhesive and just stick that down so that it's secured in place. And then I'm going to go ahead and take and adhere what I can. This piece is going to go, the DSP is going to go on the inside. Oops. You checking it out, Maple? We've got that on the inside. And we're going to put one of these on the inside, but I'm going to wait until we stamp that before I do that. And then remember these two pieces of the Need for Tweed DSP. One piece is going to go out here on the front. So we're just going to go ahead and attach that. Quality control check, letter M for maple. And then this piece we are going to attach in here, but we need to use a circle punch or any kind of, it's not specific. I'm just going to grab one out from my shelf, and we just need to stamp a little, punch a little hole like that. Well, Maple, that is not going to work. That is not going to work. If you're going to be here, you got to stay over there. Okay, we do need to emboss this gorgeous piece of, well, we're going to make this gorgeous, this piece of white. Oh, is this the right measurement? Let me check. We have cherry cobbler, 5 by 5 1/8 by 3 5/8. This should be, something isn't right. Let me check my measurements. Let me check my measurements. Something isn't right. So basic white, 5. Okay, that's 5 by 3 3/4. Okay, that's right. Cherry cobbler, 5 1/8 by 3 5/8. Oh, this needs to be a little shorter. If it's 3 5/8, this needs to be 3 1/2, I think. Right? Yes. That's what we needed. Okay. There was a little 1/8 inch discrepancy there, so that's okay. You'll figure that out. And if you're watching the video, I'm going to just take my, I'll change my blade today now. I'll change it now, but we need to emboss this piece using the Jolly Holly embossing, the 3D really cool embossing folder. This right here. So I'm going to place this in, watch your little feet, Maple, in the embossing folder. And we're going to need the base plate and the specialty plate. So base plate number 1 and specialty plate number 4. Okay. We're just going to run that through. Thank you, Bina. This is a gel builder polish, and I don't remember what color it was, but it was just like a really natural color that I thought would like be close to my nail bed color. So as it grows out, it's not so obvious, just natural. Look at how pretty that embossed holly is. I love it. Love it. Okay. So this is going to be adhered to our cherry cobbler. So I'm going to get my glue out. I'm using a glue gun, but I do have my Tombow Stampin' Up! Green glue in here. I won this at a crop that I was at in a raffle or a drawing, and it's just been kind of fun. Okay. Oh, Maple. All right, we'll set that aside, and we've got some stamping to do on our little rectangles and then also on some scraps. So we need our cherry cobbler ink pad. Where is that? Cherry cobbler and old olive and tuxedo black. Oh no, I didn't need Old Olive, just cherry cobbler. And tuxedo black, which I have right here. Okay. We're going to stamp the holly 3 times on our scrap here. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to color them in with our Stampin' blends. So I'm going to go in first and color our little berries. These are so cute. I don't know if you guys can hear Maple purring. She is purring so loud. Is this the dark? Yeah. I'm not a master color shader, but I'm just putting some dark in the center. Plus, when I'm on video, if I try to like really focus on coloring, you won't ever hear me because I get so quiet. Maple, you don't want to, silly girl. And I don't want them too dark because the DSP is kind of like a lighter green. And then the card base is the pretty old olive. So I want it to kind of really coordinate. Of course, coordination is key. She is just watching. Funny little girl. You got to sniff it. Now with your Stampin' blends, if you color outside the lines on accident, you can take a color lifter. Oops. This is the color lifter. See, Maple, the color lifter. And you can take, like I went out of the lines here a little bit, you can just take the color lifter and you can literally push the color back in. Pretty interesting how that works. Just a couple spots. Okay. So that helps a little bit. Do they like to eat the glue dots? No, but I have to be careful with ribbon, especially with Clover, because Clover is really bad and likes to eat ribbon. And I have pulled it out of her and pulled like 2 feet out from her mouth. Okay, so we are going to do some stamping now. On one piece, let me make sure I have these lined up pretty good. We're going to stamp Merry Christmas. So let's see. I think I can get these lined up well enough. They just stick to each other. All right, hold on. Okay. One piece we're going to stamp Merry Christmas. Like that. The other one, we're going to take this stamp set that says wishing you and yours all the best. And we're just going to stamp the wishing you and yours. So I'm going to take and isolate just those letters, just those pieces. I'm going to stamp it right up top here, wishing you and yours. And then remember our joy that we cut out. Maple. I'm going to need to ask you to leave. And we're going to place this joy. I think I'm going to do it a little kind of at an angle, and I'm okay if it hangs off a little bit. Like that. Wishing you and yours joy. All right, so I need to cut out these 3 that we colored. Let's get this out of the way. And then we'll assemble. So Maple, you're going to have to move. Beep, 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 beep. Thank you. Thank you for scooting out of the way. All right. We've got our other plates here. We have our shim number 2 and our cutting plate that's well loved. Take and cut these out now. Just grab some of my tape up here. Always keep it handy. Quality control is important in this business. Maple takes her job very seriously. Okay. She takes her job very seriously. Debbie, they do like to lick plastic, so any plastic wrappings that I have sitting around, like even like the cello bags that I pack my classes in to ship out in, or if I have like the plastic that comes on our Stampin' Up! Dies or the punch bags or whatever, they do like to lick them, which is really just weird. I try to tell them, like, don't do that, but they ignore me because they're cats. So I just have to put those things away, and I have to keep my ribbon under wraps for Clover. But Clover is naughty enough that she will find cards that have ribbon on them in my craft room, or like some of my decorations have ribbon on them, and she will go chew the ribbon. She has a ribbon fetish. I have a cat with a fetish. I do. Okay, so look how cute those are. I think we have all of our pieces here. Let me just check how we I'm just checking. Okay. We are going to add our pocket in here to the inside of our card. So we're just going to add some glue to the 3 sides to create a pocket. So I'm going to use my liquid glue. Just draw a line. Not very straight one, but whatever. And we're going to add this. You can use any shape to create this little spot there for you to know that you're going to stick something in there. So lots of shapes will work for that. So you can pick from your dies that you have laying around. We're going to add our Merry Christmas to the inside. And we're going to take and give one of our holly berries a home here. We're just going to add it with some glue dot, or the glue dot. Right there. Okay. This piece is going to be added here. Let me just see. Oh, I gotta wrap ribbon around it first. I knew there was a reason why I hadn't connected it yet. So we're gonna add some ribbon here to give it a pretty bow with our Mossy Meadow and Gold trim. Give me a little bit more. This is such pretty ribbon. Perfect for Christmas cards. Perfect. Okay, let's straighten that out. And we're going to add some dimensionals to attach it just to this side. So I'm going to take and put it where I want it. Okay, so I want it right there, so that way I can kind of see where I need to add my dimensionals. I'm going to use some more of these little tiny ones because I need to get rid of them. So this kind of helps me know where I'm going to put my dimensionals. Now that I have those as my markers, I can just go in with the rest. Let's give it good support. Let's get my little trash container. Here goes the quality control again. Okay, so this is going to go right there. Okay. And then we're going to pop this up on dimensionals right here on our card front. You can't sit on my projects, Maple. I mean, I'm being very generous letting you hang out here and letting everyone say all these cute things about you. You're going to get kind of entitled if I tell you all the things they're saying about you. Okay, so this is going to go right there. And now we need to add our little holly berries. And these two are going to be added with dimensionals because, you know, with Christmas cards, we need lots of layers and dimensionals because we want them to be wowzer cards. Wow. We want people to open our cards and say, wow. Jennifer made that. Maple checked that one out. Debbie made that. Hope made that beautiful card. All right, so now we need some of our gems. So we're going to take some of these pretty green ones and add them to our card. One here. Here. And there. All right. Oh, Maple, give the final quality check. Given the final quality check. Oh, she just gave her stamp of approval. Did you guys see that? She just gave her stamp of approval. All right, so there is our fun gift card holder card. All right, so here are 2 cards from day 6 of our Christmas in July stamp along. Now, I feel like I need to recap and show you guys all of them. I did show them last night in the video, but it's just fun to see them all together. But first I like to know, which one do you like best? Do you like the gift card holder, the hi, Maple? Do you like the Jolly Holly gift card holder best? Or do you like the Jar of Joy gingerbread best? Tell me which one in the comments that you like the best. And I will show you the rest of our projects to kind of, if you missed any of them, to show you what you need to go back and watch replays of. Oh, stretch, little girl, come here. Come here. Come here, little girl. All right, so which one do you like best, friends? So Bina loves the gift card holder. Such a great idea, right? You can just slip a little gift card right in there. You can even put money in there. Debbie likes the jar of joy, but she'll make them both. Jackie likes the gift card holder. Connie likes the jar of joy, but said she likes them both. Bina, yes, you do need to go back and watch them all. Let me give you a sneak peek of them. So this was day 6. Day 5 last night. Oops, I'm dropping my cards. These were our cards last night from day 5. My friend Hattie designed these cards. So this is a little jar of joy card. And then this beautiful Jolly Holly card with a split front and that beautiful embossing. So that was day 5. Day 4 were my projects. So I did like a farmhousey jar of joy card with shiplap kind of DSP look, and then a non-traditional color Christmas card with Pretty in Pink, Cherry Cobbler, and Mossy Meadow. And we did a fun coloring technique with our Wink of Stella. So the jar of joy has been a favorite from today, I see. And then on day 3, my friend Ange McKay in Canada, she designed these 3 cute cards. I love the use of embossing here to give this cute detail. And then this was super textured with the Need for Tweed DSP. I loved it. The gingerbread kids got a lot of love this week. And then on Tuesday, my friend Erica Serwin, her projects, I made this really cute fun fold with the jar of joy, really focusing on the snow aspect and the snowman. And this cute little box. I have a pack of Captain's Wafers, a sleeve of Captain's Wafers crackers in there. You could put a protein bar, like you could put all kind of things in there, lots of candy. And then day 1, my friend Rhonda Wade, we started out with this one where we sanded our paper, our 2-tone cardstock. There's that one. And then we made this fun little gift box. I'll show you how it opens. So you have a little place to hide some money or a treat inside and just tie it up with ribbon. Super cute. So look at all these fun projects that we made this week. Holy moly. So many fun projects. The tutorial purchase is still available. There's a link in the video description, and that's available to anyone in the world. It's $25 US, and you'll get that. I'm sending out all the emails tomorrow, so you have still time to order that or to place your order for that. And then you can still order through tomorrow the make and take or the craft along packet, and they'll be shipped out next week. So you can still order that. And if you have, you'll need the jar of joy, the jar punch, and the Jolly Holly bundle, as well as all your own inks and markers and such. But if you have a stash, perfect for demonstrators. If you are a demonstrator looking to have great ideas to replicate in your classes for the fall, you are welcome to do that. We just ask that you make your own tutorials when you do that. You can still purchase that craft along kit. And then you can also earn it with a $50 order in my online store. So that is all the ways that you can get the tutorials for these awesome projects. And I've had some questions or comments about my glasses because I've been wearing my Christmas glasses all week long. I've been wearing my Hallmark shirt This is my Hallmark Christmas movie watching shirt. My husband and I both have these shirts. This was a Christmas present to him last year because I have a special husband and he watches Hallmark with me. And so a few people have asked me about my glasses. So I put a link in the video description. It is an affiliate link. Just so you know, I want to be completely transparent, but it does give you a discount. So it's Pair Eyewear, which is where I get them from. And I have a lot of fun with them. So every week you'll see me when I do my normal Tuesday night lives. I usually have different eyeglasses on. Toppers is what these are called. And I even have some crafty ones, but they're really fun. And the link gets you a $25 discount. So they're pretty reasonably priced already. So I thought I would just share that with you since some people have asked me about my glasses. So hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. I hope you've really enjoyed this craft along that we've done to kick off Christmas in July. I hope that you have found replicatable ideas that you can take and turn around and start making Christmas cards right away. And most of all, I just hope you had fun. That's the most important thing. I just hope you were inspired and have fun. So thank you guys for tuning in. And I look forward to seeing you guys on Tuesday for my regularly scheduled Tuesday night live. Come and join me. I don't even know what I'm making yet, but I bet it's going to be fun. Thank you guys. Have a great rest of your weekend. Bye.